Hello everyone, welcome back my channel.
Jeffrey Epstein pal Prince Andrew should disappear after Virginia Giuffre's death. Listen to this article. 8 minutes. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, please contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK-8255. Several royal experts believe Prince Andrew, the disgraced Duke of York, should stay in the shadows and never return. Attorney David Boies, who represented Virginia Giuffre in her sex assault lawsuit against the British royal, urged Andrew to say sorry and come clean following her death. "I think she would have accepted Prince Andrew taking responsibility," Boies said during a recent appearance on Piers Morgan Uncensored. As reported by the New York Post, however, several royal experts have argued that the prince should do the opposite, never been seen or heard from again. "There's nothing he can do to redeem himself publicly," they stressed. "Andrew needs to avoid being seen or heard for the rest of King Charles's reign," Kinsey Schofield, host of the Today for Daily podcast, told Fox News Digital. "I'm not worried about a King William reign. William would put him in his place. But King Charles is weak, sick and detests confrontation, so Prince Andrew runs over him. If you want to attend church with your family, fine. Stay 100 feet behind them when photographers are around," Schofield argued. "Otherwise, he should continue horse riding privately on the property that King Charles asked him to surrender. Whether he's innocent of the initial accusations is irrelevant. He's guilty by association with Jeffrey Epstein." Giuffre, who accused Andrew and other influential men of sexually exploiting her as a teenager trafficked by Epstein, an American financier, took her life on Friday at her farm in Western Australia, her publicist confirmed. She was 41. Schofield said Andrew had already done enough talking during his nuclear 2019 BBC interview in which he attempted to explain his connection to Epstein. Viewers saw a prince who proffered curious rebuttals, such as disputing Giuffre's recollection of sweaty dancing by saying he was medically incapable of perspiring, and showed no empathy for the women who said Epstein abused them. Within days of the interview, Andrew stepped down from his royal duties. "It was such a colossal failure of a PR strategy that there have been multiple scripted dramas made dissecting the horrific misstep," Schofield pointed out. Doug Eldridge, founder of Achilles PR, agreed. "As a PR strategist and crisis communications expert, I have rarely, if ever, said this. Prince Andrew is probably beyond the point of no return as it relates to his public image and reputation," Eldridge told Fox News Digital. "I'm not sure what Prince Andrew's destination is at this point, but he's long since crossed the point where he can turn things around and return to the way they used to be," Eldridge shared. "The accusations, the settlement, the seppuku-level public statements, and the informal relegation within the royal hierarchy have all served to seal his fate." Eldridge noted that it's not likely Andrew would admit any kind of wrongdoing as it would put him in legal hot water. He also pointed out that Andrew settled with Giuffre in 2022 for an undisclosed sum, agreeing to make a substantial donation to her survivors' organization. A statement filed in court said that the prince acknowledged Epstein was a sex trafficker and Giuffre, an established victim of abuse. "A typical component of a settlement agreement is a non-disclosure clause," Eldridge explained. "In effect, it means that in exchange for a financial sum, the party offering to settle enjoys a privacy/secrecy element related to the agreement. The settling party might not be required to publicly admit any wrongdoing. In this case, with a settlement agreement in place, and Virginia Giuffre now deceased, the details are unlikely to be made public." Giuffre, born Virginia Roberts in Sacramento, California, once told interviewers that her childhood was shattered when she was sexually abused as a grade schooler by a man her family knew. She later ran away from home and endured more abuse, she said, and subsequent lawsuits. Giuffre said she was approached by Epstein's girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, in 2000. She said Maxwell hired her as a masseuse for Epstein, but the couple made her a sexual servant, pressuring her into gratifying not only Epstein but his friends and associates. Giuffre said she was flown around the world for assignations with men, including Andrew, when she was 17 and 18. The men denied it and assailed Giuffre's credibility. She acknowledged changing some key details of her account, including the age at which she first met Epstein. However, many parts of her story were supported by documents, witness testimony and photos, including one of her and Andrew, with his arm around her bare midriff, in Maxwell's London townhouse. "Prince Andrew's image is so toxic," and his BBC int.